Welcome to ACC Student News, the news students can use. I'm Aiden.
And I'm Ivy. Here are this week's stories.
Trump's new immigration laws cause many to worry about their citizenship. Since his inauguration, Trump has signed a series of actions relating to immigration. The acts include ending automatic citizenship to children born to legal parents in the United States, declaring a state of emergency at the southern border, and labeling cartels as foreign terrorist organization. Many more acts have been signed and have yet to be signed, with the majority of them relating to immigration and border control laws.
As many as 10,000 troops could be stationed at the U.S.-Mexico border as part of Donald Trump's sweeping deportation campaign. The operation will begin with 1,500 additional troops joining the 2,500 already there, with the force possibly increasing to 10,000. Troops will assist with transporting migrants and aiding in deportations, but will not be directly involved in immigration enforcement. Trump also declared a national emergency at the border and asked officials to consider using the Insurrection Act to send troops to aid in federal law enforcement. The Justice Department is investigating sanctuary jurisdictions that limit cooperation with immigration enforcement.
Police arrested a photographer who was documenting an anti-deportation protest at the Gary Airport on Saturday. A well-known photographer, Matthew Kaplan, from the region who had exhibited his work widely across Northwest Indiana, was arrested along with two other protesters at the demonstration. 69-year-old Whiting native often photographs industrial scenes and protests around Chicago. Kaplan said he was photographing protesters who got off the South Shoreline train, marched on US 12 to the airport, and protested deportations. Gary Police Department made a statement saying officers made arrests after protesters were marching down the airport road blocking traffic and refused to move off the road.
In Nashville, a student opened fire in the school cafeteria, live streaming on a platform called Kick. The 17-year-old gunman, Solomon Henderson, fired 10 shots from a pistol. 16-year-old student Jocelyn Correa was fatally shot and another student was grazed. He was later found dead at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The shooting took place at Antioch High School in Nashville, Tennessee.
In LaPorte County, a U.S. Marine recruiter has been arrested on the charges of child seduction. 30-year-old Sergeant Escobar, who had been stationed at a local recruitment office, allegedly engaged in inappropriate online communications with a minor over several weeks. Authorities say the recruiter used his position to establish contact and later meet with the teen. The LaPorte County Sheriff's Department says the arrest follows a detailed investigation after the victim's family reported the incidents. The recruiter now faces multiple charges related to child exploitation and is being held in LaPorte County in jail. The Marine Corps has confirmed his suspension and says it is fully cooperating with local law enforcement.
The store closures in the U.S. has hit an all-time high since the pandemic, with even more stores closing according to CoreSite data. 51 retailers went bankrupt in 2024. Some of these include stores like Party City. Major retailers closed over 7,000 stores last year, and so far this year, it expected to already see almost 2,000 close by the end of January. However, this is not because people are spending less. They are just going to fewer retailers. Last year, the highest number of closures came from Dollar Tree-owned, Family's Dollar, CVS, Health, and Big Lots.
That's all we have for this half of the news. Be sure to stick around after the break for more news.
So we go over all the Adobe programs here, and then we also do production work.
I learned how to design logos. I learned how to, just this year, screen printing, doing production.
We get to work with clients all day long. We get to collaborate and talk to each other.
You learn about everything that involves graphic communications and all that.
In the real world, which is the number one example Mr. Haluska uses, each project we do kind of adds to that list of things we've learned, so we're going to be able to do it on our own one day.
We do a lot of projects for actual people, so that it's a lot of real world experience. So when you go out, you can put that on your resume, say that I've done actual hands-on work, which a lot of jobs nowadays usually require.
Looking for a job, you have easier job opportunities because you have this practice.
I've already noticed a few things that I've learned have been like applied in certain classes that you take, such as like art classes. The skills you learn are really useful because you learn how to position things and how to make things look visually pleasing.
It definitely gives you a lot of opportunities if you want to find a job afterwards, like anything like freelancing wise. It gives you like a lot more room to breathe with that because you know more about it.
It helps me like incorporate my creative skills into like the actual like real world and like a career, because I didn't really know what I wanted to do outside of art like for the longest time, but like I finally figured it out after taking this class.
Welcome back to ACC Student News. I'm Asia.
And I'm Ryan. Here are some more stories.
President Donald Trump has pardoned and commuted the prison sentences to vow to dismiss the cases of all thousands plus of assaulting police officers. Just hours after Trump returned to the White House, he paved the way for the release from prison of people found guilty of violent attacks on police. The pardons are accumulation of Trump's year-long campaign to rewrite the history of Jan 6 attacks. It left more than 100 police officers injured as the angry mob of Trump supporters, while the enforcement shattered windows and sent lawmakers. Trump also ordered the Attorney General to seek the dismissal of roughly 500 cases that are pending before judges, stemming from the largest investigation. What the
One of Trump's many pardoned January 6 defendants have turned down the president's offer to clemency. 71-year-old Pamela Hemphill told NPR that she regrets playing a role in the Capitol of January 6th. She stated she was a Trump supporter at the time and believed the others did that the election was rigged against. She pleaded guilty for a single misdemeanor charge for pardoning, picketing, and demonstrating in the Capitol building and spent 60 days behind bars. Hemphill stated that after she was released, she realized how much misinformation was being spread and blasted Trump on social media.
President Donald Trump has called for the United States to exit the World Health Organization again, while also signing a flurry of executive orders hours after he was sworn in for a second 4-year term, citing concerns over the organization's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and its alleged bias towards China. Trump, who previously announced a withdrawal from the World Health Organization during his presidency, now says the U.S. should sever the ties permanently until the group undergoes major reforms. The announcement comes as a global health body continues to face the scrutiny over its pandemic response and its influence on public health policies worldwide. It takes a year to withdraw fully from the agency, which is why Joe Biden was able to halt the U.S. exit 4 years ago. The Biden administration, which reversed Trump's 2020 decision to leave, has yet to respond officially to the latest threat.
A former truck driver was convicted for his third killing across multiple states. Nicknamed the Truck Stop Killer, the now 70